Hello everyone! Happy hump day, happy Wednesday. I'm here at Caffeine & Co. in Amherstburg, Ontario. And I promoted this live a little bit actually. Hey Paula! Because I wanted to take you guys through a few different prompts, maybe to get you thinking, hopefully to give you a little bit of a breakthrough. Yes, I have so much to say, but I'm gonna wait till a few more people get in here. Paula, whenever you come visit me, I have to bring you to this cafe. It is so dreamy. We should plan that soon, actually. Let me just flip the screen so I can show you guys where I am. So first of all, right out here is like the river, so it's right on the water. There's really beautiful sunsets there, actually. So this is my little hometown of Amherstburg. It's where I grew up. And then here is a beautiful cafe. Love this place. Yes, I would love for you to come visit me, Paula. Anytime. Let's make that happen, like a little Toronto girls retreat, maybe. All right. Hello, Mama Veronica. Hello. Okay, guys, so let's dive in here. So right now, I want to do this live because I am so in alignment and I'm manifesting things like this, like just left, right, and center. Every time I open up my inbox, there's the abundance bursting through the inbox with like new customers and people who want to work with me and all these things. But abundance is not just in that capacity, right? It shows up in our relationships. So it's being successful in business, but like feeling like not so aligned at home or with your spouse, that also doesn't feel good either, right? So I think I know, and tell me if you agree, I believe that we are all meant to thrive in every aspect of our life, in our health, in our relationships, in our finances, in our business. We can be a driven woman, a woman with ambition, who is pursuing her passion, who is pushing herself, who's growing. And we can also be an amazing wife, a present mom, right? We can be all the things. It's 2019. Do you guys agree? And I want to tell you exactly why I feel so in the zone right now, how and why I'm so in an alignment. And as always, whenever I discover something or whenever something's working really well for me, I feel like it's my mission to share it with you guys, because my mission in life is to empower women in every way I can. And why do I want to empower women? Because I'm a mom of 2 boys, right? Because number one, being an empowered woman gives the example for who they are going to find in a life partner, right? So they're going to also search out an empowered woman one day, right? But also when the woman of the house is feeling confident, feeling fulfilled, feeling healthy, feeling strong, her self-esteem is really healthy, she's feeling prosperous in every way, guess what? We are definitely so strong women. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, a little bit early. When we are empowered, we can empower the men in our lives even more. We don't have to feel like we are struggling for balance, right? Because we're not getting permission from them. We're not getting our power from them. We are claiming our power, and then we're able to show up as equals and to nourish the amazing men in our life and to raise some really amazing boys who understand that women are the same and equal, and how to treat a woman, and that women can also have drive and ambition, but they could also be at home and loving mothers, and fathers can be at home if they want to. And like, it's 2019, right? So there's so many reasons why I want to really focus and why I have focused on empowering women. I know it's funny is here I see Brenda, I see Paula, I see Diana, I see Veronica, I see women who are who have played such a great role in my life recently, but also some of you for many years, right? So you're on this journey with me, right? You're on the journey with me. So let's talk about, this is the first question I want to ask you guys. So let me know if you are ready. Okay, so give me some sort of signal if you are ready for this first question. Okay, I'm gonna sip on my tea in this amazing gold mug. So good, it's like this cherry rose. Okay, so who is ready for this first question? Ready? Okay, let's do this. Okay, so what is an activity or area of your life that you're avoiding in some way? Okay, so maybe you know which, if we're talking about business, maybe you know which opportunities are the most income generating, but you are avoiding it. Maybe you're avoiding different situations. Maybe you're avoiding some sort of aspect of a relationship. Maybe you're avoiding some area of your house that's disorganized. Maybe you're avoiding saying yes to an opportunity. Maybe you're avoiding showing up consistently, right? And you're telling yourself really interesting stories about how it's different for you, right? It's tricky though, because our excuses don't show up necessarily, they don't register as excuses, they register as either, like, it's usually our ego, but also like our self-esteem, our self-worth, right? That's keeping us small. So I'm gonna ask you this question again. I'm just gonna say this statement. The activity you're most avoiding contains your biggest opportunity, okay? The activity you're most avoiding contains your biggest opportunity, right? So it's about checking ourselves throughout the day when different opportunities come our way and how we are responding to them, right? So maybe someone's like literally like knocking on our door or like our virtual door on Facebook and be like, tell me more, and you're just like weirdly avoiding actually showing up fully, right? And that's probably where your biggest opportunity is. So I'm going to bring us back to this question at the end, because this is going to take a little bit of kind of like keeping this question with you throughout the day and maybe throughout tomorrow, right? The activity that you're most avoiding contains your biggest opportunity, okay? For every aspect of your life. So let's go back to this idea of this reality right now that I'm sharing with you, because I want to empower you to feel this way too, okay? Because it feels so good. Okay, so alignment. So the other day on my mastermind call, so I'm supporting, there's maybe one of you or two of you who are in my mastermind who are on right now. I asked you guys at the end of the call, and you guys were already tired by this point, and you're like, Krista, we need to go to bed. I'm like, hey, one more question. And the question was this: out of a scale from 0 to 10, how in alignment are you? Okay, so I've already given them by this point all the things to do, which I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to get into alignment. And you know, when our mentor or teacher or someone that we respect gives us advice, we don't always take it, or we're like, yeah, I'm going to get to that. But again, avoiding the task that we're avoiding has the most amount of opportunity. So when I asked them, I said, out of a scale from 0 to 10, how in alignment are you? Well, I knew I was, off the charts at a 10, right? And the results are there in every aspect of my life, right? I'm going to talk about my vision book here in a second. But they were clocking in at a 4, at a 5, at a 6. Okay, 4, 5, and 6. The highest was a 6. And I was like, what is happening? And then when I actually took inventory, it was because they did not do what I'm about to tell you guys to do. So getting into an alignment, feeling good about that thing that you're avoiding, you don't feel good first, okay? You have to lean in, you have to be courageous, you have to call yourself on your crap, and you have to show up anyways. You have to show up even when you don't want to. Brenda, I know as a trainer you can get behind me on this one. Bring the masculine energy to this conversation here for a second, right? We have to show up even when we don't want to. And that masculine energy I'm talking about is because we have to be strong. We have to be courageous. We can't be weak, right? We are so strong as women, but sometimes our mind is a little bit weak and lets us off the hook, right? So let's get into an alignment. So the very first thing I want you to start thinking about is, what do you really want? So without any barriers of your current situation, money, time, history, all the stuff that's happened or didn't happen, what would you want your business to look like, or your career? What would you want your relationship to look like with your spouse, your significant other, or the people closest to you in your life? What would you ideally want that to look like, right? What do you want your bank account to look like? What do you want your life to feel like? And let's pretend for a second, I'm saying pretend just to get you guys on board, but let's say that there's no limitations on what your reality can be like, okay? So go ahead and start thinking about that. Start playing with those ideas. Like, just start daydreaming on that. What would you want it to look like? Who cares about what it's been, right? Talk about what you want it to look like. Think about that. Like, just like indulge yourself in this little fantasy, okay? Now, once you understand what you really want, I want you guys to think about creating a vision book. So I have a YouTube video on this, and this is a vision book, like a vision board, right? Where we're thinking about what we want. And this vision book is, my vision boarding process is a little bit different than a lot of people's, because it's not about just cutting out pictures and be like, oh, this would be nice, or this would be nice. It's really based on your core values. So my core values are family, number one, that's first, above all else, right? The second thing is freedom. The third thing is legacy, the difference that I want to make in people's lives. And the fourth is success. So when I say that you can have it all, look at the very first page is a picture of me in the hubs, right? And also, I could be an amazing wife, and I can also be a rock star in business and have all the different drive, right? It doesn't come with, like, we don't have to compromise. It's not either or, right? We live in 2019. We can literally have anything we want. And I want to talk about also the practical tools really quickly, okay? So ask yourself, what do you want? Do a vision book, do a vision board like this. Then what you want to do is, so now that you know what you want, so for example, let's talk about freedom for a second, just to give some examples. So what does freedom mean? For me, I mean something totally different from you, but it's time freedom, financial freedom, the freedom to feel amazing in every aspect of who I am every day, to express myself freely without hesitation, to just freedom to be and live and move however I want to move. So, out of all those different chapters, there's different things that I want to achieve and create and manifest into my life, right? Some are very measurable, some are more about the experience and the feeling of it, right? Now from there, now we're going to bring in again that masculine energy. This is feminine, masculine. The feminine looks like the daydream, the desire to allow yourself to think about what you want and to be creative. The masculine energy comes in when we're like, okay, well, how are we going to get shit done? How are we actually going to make this happen? Because you can make anything that you desire to happen with a plan, and by doing a little bit towards that every day in a very consistent and measurable way. And when you show up consistently, the universe or God or whoever, some source, is going to reward you the same way it's rewarding me, because I'm showing up, I'm walking the talk, okay? So DMO, what is that? It's your daily method of operation. Okay, so do I show up sometimes, or do I show up all the time? Right now, my vision is so big that I need to show up all the time. My dreams cannot wait for me to be inconsistent for a week. I need to show up every single day. So my daily method of operation is about the compound effect. So the compound effect is a book by Darren Hardy, probably other people as well. But what it looks like is this. It's about doing those little tiny pieces towards your goal that will add up, not because you went hard for a week, but because you showed up every day with that specific task that is going to add up over weeks, over days, over weeks, over months, and then definitely at 365 days and beyond, you're going to see big results because those little things that are happening. So when we talk about freedom, right? So that was one of the chapters in this book. So I have every day, I show up for my daily method of operation, and I check in to meditate for 10 minutes. I show up to exercise for 10 minutes. These are not big numbers. And of course I could do 20 minutes, of course I could do a half an hour, maybe I will. But I have to show up every day to show up for that aspect of the reality that I'm creating, okay? So, and also in there we have like really practical things like 5 minutes of filing my receipts, because one of the goals that I'm creating, one of the realities I'm creating is confidence and communication and clarity around all things finances, right? So I show up for my money every single day for 5 minutes of filing receipts, you guys, like not a large amount of time. And also when you take things that again from that very first question, the activity that you're most avoiding contains the biggest opportunity. That is one of those things for me. when I show up for an area that usually I'd be like, oh God, I don't want to look at that, right? Guess what? I'm rewarded because there's a few things that happen. Number one is I get confidence. I get a huge confidence boost because I'm like, okay, I could do this. I could do this, you know? And I do something that I don't want to do, that is not fun maybe, but I feel really freaking good afterwards. And that confidence affects how I show up in every aspect of my life, giving me better results, right? So my DMO, my daily method of operation, includes meditation, includes exercise, includes filing receipts, includes reaching out to 3 new people a day, getting new conversations going. It means calling someone on my team, 1 person a day. It means doing a few follow-ups. I think it's 3 follow-ups per day. So very measurable things. I even have like household stuff, like, you know, just throw a load of laundry in every single morning. You'll never do laundry again, right? Doing a little bit of things every day. But let's talk about the fitness for just one second here, because whether we're talking about fitness or business or any aspect of our life, fitness is very relatable, because we all think like, I really want to go to the gym, I should go to the gym, I wish I gotta get a membership at the gym. There's a lot of like wasted energy about getting to the gym or working out or getting to the yoga studio. Throw on a YouTube video for 10 minutes every day, you're gonna have better results than all the thinking about it that you're doing, right? Let's take action. Okay, so DMO. So part of my DMO also includes, so it means going through my vision book for 2 minutes a day, just flipping through it, reminding myself why I'm creating what I'm creating. Another really important part of my DMO is from the book Think and Grow Rich. I read my auto-suggestion statement that I've written to myself every single day. That is freaking magic, you guys. Look up Think and Grow Rich, look up the auto-suggestion statement, write your own, and it's a few pages long because it also includes all the different auto-suggestion statements that they want you to read to yourself, and it literally rewires your brain and aligns you to create everything and anything that you desire. So that in a nutshell is why this is working for me, you guys. Again, the activity. What is the activity that you're most avoiding? Because it may just contain your biggest breakthrough and your biggest opportunity. So I hope this was helpful, you guys. Please let me know if it was, and I'll try to upload this video as well on IGTV. Okay, thanks guys. Bye. Thank you so much for being here.